NASA hires 24 theologians and a priest to prepare humans to encounter with aliens. So we're going to check out this article. So we're giving our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. This is the article from Tech Heisty. Yeah. Before we go into it, we give our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Harakakwadash. Give double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and the house of David is rising. Yeah, like I say, so let me bring out a precept. Let me set the mood. Micah 2 and start from 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands." Yeah, so he's up to his own. He's getting up to his mischief as usual. Yeah, preparing iniquity and devices upon their bed, because they don't sleep. As it goes on to say, they don't sleep. They covet fields. They're always coveting. They're always looking to build higher, bigger, better, bigger skyscrapers, steal more land, rob more from the poor, coveting. They're always coveting. But we know what the precepts say about that in Obadiah and in Isaiah. Most I say though they build up high up into the sky, or reach up high into the sky, dust will bring them down to the bottomless pit, down to hell. So let's read into a little bit of this. I find it interesting. Let me check out one or two bits and pieces. It says, the nation's space and aeronautics administration, NASA, has hired 24 theologians and priests to know how people would react to contact with aliens. Right, see. They want to understand the psychology of man dealing with aliens. So they're preparing an encounter with aliens. But it goes deeper than that. Because they know, because they're wiser than Daniel. They know who it is. They know it's the angels up there in the heavens, preparing to come back, led by Yahushua, otherwise called Jesus. Armageddon. You understand? To put them where they belong, back in our slavery. Andrew Divisions is order set to release his book in the year 2022. The book will be all about the contact of humans and aliens, and will be titled Astrology and Christian Doctrine. What they're trying to do, get rid of the Bible or something? Blow away the Bible with this new book with the truth in it. He says he will raise questions in his book that ask how the discovery of alien life will affect beliefs of religious people all around the world. Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. Bringing doubt to what the scriptures have to say. But the elect, you can't hide, you can't fool the elect. Along with 24 other people, other theologians took part in a NASA-sponsored program at the center of the Theological Inquiry, CTI, at Princeton in the US. The program aims to know how the world different religion would react to the announcement that life exists in a world beyond our own. Look, they got the aliens there. It's all mockery at the end of the day. Mockery and deflection, and it's just jokes. It's just he being himself. According to the media outlet, CTI has described, but then again, you got people that really would take this seriously. And they're not spiritual, are they? So, you got E, who's not spiritual. Although he do know, they do know there's something out there. NASA, that is, and the Project Blue Beam, which been around from what is it? I think it was the 40s, man. It's been around since the 40s, when they saw those the chariots, called the US UFOs, or aerial unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, forbidden airspace above the White House. And there's loads and loads and loads of sites about it. There's loads. There used to be more. There used to be more because they took a lot of them down off of YouTube. Documentaries on chariots. I remember watching a lot of documentaries on chariots before I came in the truth. I always believed, I always knew, before I had my third eye open as it is more now, I always knew that these things were real, man. Not aliens though. I knew they were angels. I knew it was going to be an intervention, a divine intervention eventually. So that, you know, you can't fool the elect. And let's read a bit more. It says, program as building bridges. According to the media outlet, CTI has described the program as building bridges of understanding by convening science theologians, scholars and policy makers to think together and to inform public thinking about the global concerns. It is also aims to answer the question, because people writing all the time to NASA. They're sending videos. Secure Team 10, which is not so popular now. I remember he was really doing a whole heap of videos. Was it around 2017 and 2018? He was booming, firing on all cylinders, getting videos, putting videos up every day. And I used to watch a lot of them, man. And there's a lot of other channels, you know, which they've got rid of a lot of those UFO channels and documentaries that just took them down. We know why. So it also aims to, because they want to control the narrative, what like they want to do now. What does the former head of NASA Astrology Institute say about this program? Carl Pitcher was the head of the NASA Astrology Institute until 2016. He said that the program is considering the implications to apply the tools of the late 20th century, the late 20th and early 21st century science to those questions which have been considered in religious traditions for hundreds of years. Right. Pilcher added that there is a high possibility of discovering alien life, as there are more than 100 billion galaxies. Right. It's gonna detract a lot of it's gonna deflect a lot of the truth. They're gonna try, but they're always up to mischief. Like I've just read that precept there in Micah. They know something is coming. Something is not very far. They see them with their telescopes, and like I say, the Project Bluebeam that's existed for decades. And I remember what was it 2019? What Donald Trump said? We're gonna build a space program. We know I don't think there's anything up there, but let's build a space program anyway. When he was questioned about, do you believe in aliens? He said, nah, I don't think so. Because it's their pride, and can anything be more superior than America, the great eagle? Let's bring out some precepts. This is what is happening. There's a lot of these. Look at this. Look at this. This is not no joke. This is DuckDuck. Brothers talking about the DuckDuck. You know, when you do some research, check out DuckDuck. So I've checked out DuckDuck, DuckDuckGo, and look here. Look. NASA hires 24 theologians. There you have it there. See? NASA hires 24 theologians, including the priest. What's the priest going to do? Bless them? The priest can't send out a priest to prepare humans for possible alien discovery. What's the priest all about? Right, you see, heaven above. NASA enlists priests to prepare for alien discovery. Yeah, because apparently they had a whole heap of priests as well. As the brothers were going into Saturday, they used their priests, which are the soothsayers and their witches, to bless this pandemic. They also blessed their music, rappers' music, which really is a curse to put spells on their people, them, you know, and they bless this booster 1, booster 2, booster 3, a variant, and whatever else you want to call it. They're blessing all these things, yeah, because people do fall under the influence of these curses because they're not blessed by why I was shy. Oh, that reminds me, was it yesterday? I was just walking up this place, checking out this place, and some Hindu looking guy, which has happened before, I think I mentioned it, just come up to me and says, pointed to my forehead, he said, you blessed. I said, so I was just going to ask, is it a demon, you know? He said, you blessed. So I said, oh yeah, why am I blessed? So I asked him questions, why am I blessed? He said, the angels. He says, the angels are with you. I said, how you know the angels? He said, I can tell. He said, you're going to have a good month next month. You know, so I agreed with him, but not what he was thinking. Whether he's into some kind of, you know, them Hindu people there, or a demon just jumped on him and make him just, you know. And then I walked away. I said, oh, thank you very much. He said, no, listen. I said, in my mind, I'm saying, I know I'm blessed, you know, because there's scriptures to back that up. These curses are falling upon the ease, and the blessings are coming upon us. And in Revelation 22, it says, blessed are they that keep his commandments, man. You know, as a matter of fact, let's bring out some of them precepts there. Now we're talking about blessed. Because if I'm, you know, oh, God bless, no man can curse. That's true. Let's bring it out. We're on this topic. Let's bring it out. Yeah. Revelation 22 and 14 says, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates of the city. Yeah, throughout Revelation it talks about blessings. Let's bring out one in 7 says, behold, I come quickly, blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of prophecy of this book. Right, we keep the sayings of this prophecy, and we continue to prophesy. And it talks about, behold, I come quickly, blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Sticking to the precepts, going by the precepts, living the precepts, living the book, and not being beguiled by the wicked them. And that makes us blessed people. So I agreed with him, the Hindu man, or the, you know, Elam, talking about, pointing to his forehead. I don't know if he had anything he was going to try and offer me, or was he trying to get money out of me? whatever was going on. But I didn't give him any more time. I just said, all right, thank you, because in my mind, and we know, the hopeful elect are blessed anyway, right? So we know that. We don't even need them to tell us that. You know, whether they might come from the right hand side or the left hand side. And it's always good to hear that anyway. Still, we know it from the right hand side. So let's bring out some precepts about these particular devils. That's why we are blessed. That's why I brought out that precept, because it says so. Let's bring out the one we started with in Micah. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. They covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. So they coveting, they're practicing their witchcraft upon their beds, their schemes, their violence. And they did it to the Gadites, the Reubenites. They did it to us. You understand? That's why we're over here up to this very day. Right? But as Elder Apostle Goa says, the exposing, the time has come to expose. Right, man. So they know they're being watched. Let's bring out this one in Zechariah 5 and 3 says, then said, let's go straight to it, 4. And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter unto the house of the thief, and unto the house of thine that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. And I will bring it forth to the Lord of hosts, and it will enter unto the house of the thief. 3. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the earth, for every one that stealeth shall be cut off, and this is the side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off as an this side according to it. Right? This is the curse, man. The curse that they're worried about. That's why they're talking about bringing their priests in. They're like the priests that, they're soothsayers, they're witches. Them can't help you. They ain't gonna help you. You understand? You're trying to escape the judgment. Man. Frying the kitchen sink. Let's bring out some precepts of them trying to escape the judgments. It is inevitable, as Thanos said in the Avengers Endgame. It is inevitable. Right, let's bring out this one here. Isaiah 2, and we can go to 19. It says, They shall go unto the holes of the rocks and unto the caves. This is them, the E's, trying to escape their judgments. Right? Unto the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. What's this, 24? Let me read that again. NASA has hired 24 theologians and a priest to prepare humans to encounter with like the priest can't bless them, can't help them. Who God cursed, no man can bless, and who God blessed, no man can curse. So you are getting the curses. The curses are falling upon you now. That's why you want to hide. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made, each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. This has already happened. That over in India, when a lot of them was dying, man. It was India or Pakistan, one of them places there, Elam anyway, and they was throwing all their idols out the yard and burning them, putting them out the yard and burning them, because they realized they couldn't be saved by them idols, man. They had no, because as the Most High said in Psalms 115, from 3 downwards, he says they're gonna the Most High gonna make their idols. The Most High, these things are made from gold, silver, and stone, and who worship them shall become like them. Gold, silver, and stone, and things they can't talk, they can't speak, they can't hear, and the Most High is gonna make all the idol worshippers like them, deaf, dumb, and blind. Right, man. 18 says, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. And the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go unto the holes of the rocks and unto the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made, each one from himself, for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. Gonna burn them up. To go unto the clefts of the rocks and unto the tops of the rugged rocks, for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. Right. The movie keeps coming to mind. Thanos, man. Thanos Infinity War and Thanos Endgame with Thanos in it. And they said, Thanos is coming. You know, these are supposed to be the Avengers, the Earth to prepare themselves to defend the world. Are these the Avengers here now? NASA, 24. They're gonna save the world with their one priest. Folly, man, pure folly. Cease ye from man. Cease 21 in Isaiah 2. To go unto the cliffs of the rocks and unto the tops of the rugged rocks, for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. So they shook. That's not without any doubt. You know, they're throwing the kitchen sink. They're throwing a wobbly, throwing their toys out the pram. They don't really know what to do. And let's bring Revelation 6 out. It further backs up the one we just looked at in Isaiah. It says, and the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid himself in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Right, this is their fear. Yeah. Oh, let me read 10. Talking about the Avengers, the movie The Avengers with those fake superheroes in it. 10. Revelation 6 and 10 says, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Right. So these are those that have been martyred for Yahushua's sake. And they're crying out to Yahushua, Yahushua, for the justice and for their blood to be avenged. Because Yahushua is the true avenger, and alongside his elect, and we're going to avenge all the harsh treatment of the slavery, the Jim Crow, the spilling of all the blood, the martyrdom of the prophets. They're crying out. The true avengers, like I did a video on, the true avengers assemble the house of David. We are the true avengers. We're coming, man. And Yahushua going to lead. You're gonna lead this Avengers, the house of David. You're gonna bring justice, man. Right? Because they love justice. You know, that's why they had their 9/11, and every year they collaborate their 9/11 for what they did to Osama bin Laden, and they love their justice. They have their memorials. So what, you don't think we gonna love? We don't like our justice? We're gonna have our memorials in the kingdom, right? For all that you've done to us. Yeah, we know, we've got it there. It's all written. It's all written up there in the heavens, man. All the sins that you've done in Revelation 18 has gone up into the heavens as a monument, and the Most High smells it, man, and it's like a foul odor. And he said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us. Right, back to Revelation 6 and 16. And they said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Right, that's the Yahushua coming back. For a great day of his wrath is come. Who shall be able to stand? Yes, yeah. So they're gonna try and hide. Or they're trying to prepare. What are coming about this NASA Project Bluebeam business? Trying to prepare and get a blessing from the priest. Like that's gonna do anything. Here's another one to back up the precept we just brought out. This is in Isaiah 24. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, that are kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners. Right, that's when we drag them out. Yeah, all us when we get beamed up into the chariots and we come down back again with our brand new bodies. Yeah, the Avengers assembling. Yeah, the house of David. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be ready for that. Yeah, we're preparing our minds and hearts and souls right now, because the Most High says that we have already have spiritual power. Yeah, it's been in my vision. It's been told to me in a vision, and I'm never gonna forget the vision I had around 2-3 years ago, when he told me, when we was at camp actually. I relate a little bit because maybe it's a little bit more I remember. We was at camp and we were seeing chariots, right? We were seeing chariots, and I remember brothers around me. I remember faces too, and I told some brothers, and we were seeing chariots, and the chariots just came down right down to the ground, and they hit the ground, the chariots, which looked like spiritual balls, and they came towards us, and we said, what's with that? And they carried on coming towards us, and they went on us, and I looked behind me. I thought they were going to carry on going past, and no, there wasn't nothing going past us. They just evaporated on us. So, and then the voice said, you have spiritual power. Yeah, it's just laying dormant at the moment. So that could have been, you know, I'll just say, and I'll leave it to your interpretation, what I saw in that vision. And I told brothers, man, in the voice says you have spiritual power. It's just laying dormant. I just remember waking up back as my normal self. But I will never forget that vision. So this is why they're so shook. like I say, they're throwing a wobbly, they're clutching at straws. E is clutching at straws, trying to find something and trying to get a blessing from their priests. And they shall be gathered gathered together as a prisoner, and gathered in the pit, and shall be and shall be shut up in prison, and after many days shall they be visited. So that's the beginning of the end, and it's the end for them, but it's the beginning of their slavery, man. It's the end of this kingdom, their freedom, their ruling, their oppression upon us, and it's the beginning of their slavery, and it's the beginning of our lives. We're going to be living the real life. We're going to know what it's like to rule. Right, and it can't come soon enough. Right, so I think I don't want to overcrowd it with too many precepts, but I'm going to get the dust off this one. Yeah, because this really speaks volumes, man. Isaiah 14 and 12 says, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which thou weakest the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. There you have it right there, you see. NASA, 24 theologians and a high priest prepare humans to encounter with yeah, their project Blue Beam. They're building up there, saying that they want to weaponize space. What are they planning to encounter? Yeah. And as the Most High says, For thus saith in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. And I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, and I will ascend above the heights and clouds, and I will make thy Most High, and I will be like the Most High. Right, take your time. And I will be like the Most High. That's what they want to do. That's their desire, their greatest desire. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Giving our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. Kala Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. You know, I got to get the dust of this one after bringing that one out. Obadiah and 4 says, Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though they set thy nest among the stars, hence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh thy power. Kala Yahweh Hashem Yeshua Hashem Harakakodash. There you have it. Enough said. Most are going to bring them down to the bottomless pit. The end. So, giving our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yeshua for giving me the spirit to do this video. And the house of David is rising. Kwam Yasho'ala. Kwam means rise. Yasho'ala means Israel. And everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, future, is falling upon their own head.